Hello and welcome to the Nightly Met. I'm Avery Anderson. So jumping right into our packed show today, first up is a poet, philosopher, songwriter, now an author. The possibility of Coloradans not having to change their clocks for daylight savings is no longer being taken into consideration. That's right, guys. Both Eli Stewart and Cassie Lujan started here at the King Center with the MSU Denver Theater Department, honing in on their acting skills. And since graduation, they've now gone on to create the whimsical world of Seussical the Musical with Town Hall Arts Center. Take a look. A creative new solution for homelessness is rising in California's Orange County. From the big screen to the small screen, nostalgia is in the air. And this week, Roseanne started its 10th season on ABC, making it the next in a long list of revived TV shows. Warmer temperatures in Colorado are leading to drier conditions. Recent data from the U.S. Drought Monitor shows 1/3 of Colorado is facing a moderate drought. And what's it like, having been in the city for so long, serving on city council for so long, to see, this growth and these expansions in the city coming about now?
I feel, partly responsible.
And I think this show is so amazing because it's a show with an all-female cast. There are not very many shows like that. I mean, there's roughly only like a little over 300, which is I know, which equates to only 3% of all theatrical shows have an all-female cast. So what is it like to get to be part of that 3%?
All right, well, clearly I'm not making it to the Olympics, but this was a pretty fun night still. So come out to the Denver Curling Club for a fun night of curling.
On November 27, 2013, the world was introduced to the blockbuster hit known as Frozen. Exactly 1,388 days later, on September 14th, 2017, the Broadway-bound musical of the same name opened here at the Buell Theater.
Let it go, can't hold it back anymore.
Frozen is at its core a piece of music theater. It's not a musical film, it's a theatrical musical on film. I screened it in a rough cut long before it opened. And the minute it finished, I pulled my phone out and texted John Lasseter and said, "When do we start?"
Many critics and audiences felt that the film's success came from the movie's central theme of love.
They've allowed us to go so deep with the actual emotion and the storytelling of it that it's a story about love, it's a story about family.
People did write it off, oh, it's just another Disney animated film, and then they went and saw how smart and funny and heartfelt it was. And I think if you kick that up a level, now they're going to be seeing that live in front of their eyes with all this new music and all of this new elements to the story, and it's going to surprise them again. It's hard to know just how monumental this casting has been for me personally. Everyone and their mother is calling me to congratulate me.
The movie is 90 minutes long, has a total of 8 songs, while the Broadway show is 2.5 hours long and holds a hearty 23 musical numbers, letting the story breathe more.
This material is so theatrical, and the stuff inside it, the songs and all of that, it begs to be put on stage, really.
I think it's going to complement what people love about the film, but it's going to take their love for it so much deeper. And it's really so extraordinary that we get to be the women playing these roles.
When deciding where to hold the pre-Broadway run of Frozen, Denver seemed like a natural fit.
You've got an audience that sees a lot of theater and music. They know what they're seeing. It's not like we just set up someplace where people haven't seen something before. They're sophisticated and smart and engaged and want to go. And that for us is so valuable because they're going to become a partner in it.
Frozen is currently performing its pre-Broadway run here at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts before opening on February 22nd at the St. James Theater in New York. The weather is nice outside, kids are out of school, and flowers have begun to bloom. It is officially the start of summer, which also means the official start of flower planting season for the city of Northglenn.
One of the goals of the city of Northglenn is to ensure that we beautify our city, and this is just one of the many ways that we do that.
The city has been preparing for this longer than you would think.
The whole process starts in about December, January. My coworker Ben Cathcart and I will decide on seeds to purchase from a couple different companies. Once we have that order placed and the seeds sent to us, we actually put them in the refrigerator until February. After that, we have to transplant every single one into the 4-packs, what you would typically buy from a Home Depot or a Lowe's. And then from there, they're ready to plant in the ground. We are saving a tremendous amount of money by growing ourselves. As we buy the seeds, we can purchase like 500 to 1,000 for $20. We do have a huge volunteer base that work with us, and they adopt flower beds, which we couldn't do it without them. So they come out once a week, check for weeds, check for the water, see if the flowers are getting fertilized, enough water, things like that.
Now, if working outside with flowers and other plants isn't quite up your avenue, there are lots of other ways that you can volunteer with the City of Northglenn this summer outside.
In the summer, we have the Trail Partner Program, where volunteers adopt a section of our Greenway Trail area to care for, look after during the summer months especially, making sure it's free of glass and trash and just being our extra set of eyes when we can't be there all the time.
If you are looking for something to do this summer that benefits your community, volunteering with a local city might just be a perfect fit. For the Met Report, Avery Anderson.